All right. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. And if you are new to this group, welcome. I am the creator of the Get Clients Through Storytelling or with Storytelling. I'm Michelle Quay, and I am a visibility coach. And I'll tell you more about what visibility is in a moment. But you are in this group because chances are you're probably wanting to get more clients, or maybe you already have clients, but you would love to get a whole steady stream of client who's coming to you. So these are potential clients, right? So you don't want just to have clients, but you want a potential stream of clients or leads who consistently coming up and showing up and wanting to be in your space, so that when they're ready, they're going to actually sign up with you or jump on a call with you or anything that you would walk your clients to go through and do. So I help coaches to build that visibility, and a lot of it has to do with visibility, right? The more visible you are, and you're dropping in and hopping on live today, drop me a big heart, like a red heart. Today we're gonna do a rainbow heart. Just do a rainbow heart. Whatever color speaks to you and compel you, that would be the color that you want to drop me. So just go ahead and drop me a heart in the chat to let me know that you're here live with me. So I help people with their visibility, because visibility is something that you're going to find very helpful when you want a streamline of clients or stream of clients coming to you, right? If you don't have that visibility, then chances are people won't know where to find you. And if they can't find you, then your coaching business, you might feel a little more you have to put in a lot more work than usual. And so today we're going to talk about this service called Bark. And it's not just Bark. Bark is just one example of these lead generating services. Okay. I don't help people generate leads. There's no way I can help you generate leads, but I can show you methodologies or strategy on how you can attract leads into your coaching business. So there's a big distinction here, right? So Bark and platforms like Bark, what they're really good at is basically it's almost like a dating profile. Like every time I talk about like attracting clients, I think about your dating profile. So these platforms are, you find them online. So if you go to bark.com, and there's another platform called Thumbtack Pro would be another similar platform where you can create a profile for your business on these type of platform. And what you essentially do is you get your leads, your potential clients finding you through those platforms. Let's say what would be Thumbtack good for? What would be Bark good for? It would be good if you're looking for a handyman. Okay, like if you need to find a handyman in your area, you can potentially go to Bark or Thumbtack and look for a pro, because these pros are listed on these platforms and they're listing their services. They're listing their service. What is it that they do? How much do they charge? And if you want to private chat them, you can private chat them, right? So sometimes I'll go on Thumbtack Pro to look for a pro who can help me fix the pipe or install the AC unit in my apartment, things like that. So lately, I've seen coaches asking about whether or not Bark is worth investing, and they're actually sales representative from these platforms that call, they look up, coaches, and it's very easy to find coaches, right? There's like a list of, as long as you have coaching or coach listed in your LinkedIn profile, there's system that generate these type of information for marketers, and people can buy a list of all the emails and or contact information to actually send and sell it to you. So a couple of times when I first started, I started back in 2018. I established the business in 2019. I officially declared I got my ACC, I got my certified professional coach. And so in 2019, I started my official coaching business. And I started out as a life coach and a mindset coach. And so I'm pretty much exactly where you were, right? And I started out, but I was struggling to find my niche, have a message, right? Everything that you're experiencing, I was there, been there, done that, and this is why I'm sitting here and sharing these personal experiences with you. And so I did that. And one of the things that I was struggling with was getting clients. Like I didn't have any network to go into. I had zero network and zero following. Like all my 200 people on my social media, on my Instagram was friends and family. Like who wants to keep selling to the friends and family? Nobody, right? It doesn't feel good to like have to promote yourself, your business to your family members and to your friends. And so I didn't have anybody to sell my service to, sell my coaching to. So I was exactly where you were, struggling with getting clients. So a couple of different places I look and I have spoke to. And so today we're going to talk a lot more about, just from my personal experience, what platform worked, what didn't work, and what potentially you might be able to make it work. Okay, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm saying that if you do it right, if you did it right, it might work. So if you're courageous enough and you want to give it a try, then these are the things that you might want to look out for and really be mindful to make it work. Okay. All right. So first of all, what is Bark? Spark is one of the lead generating platform for the professionals. And as coaches, you are a professional, right? So when you go to bark.com, you can subscribe or enter and join as a professional. So what you do as a professional, you create a profile, just like the dating website or your LinkedIn social media profile. What you do is you list your services, your short bio, who are you helping with what, remember. So that's very important. It's almost foundational, right, to get going with your coaching business. So you put down your bio, who do you help with what, and what type of services do you provide, your coaching package, how much do you charge, all these information, and why should the potential client who come across your profile hire you as a pro. Okay, so that's basically in a nutshell. You create a profile, you go on there, and you become available for people to hire you as a professional. And so the way that it works is that you're going to have to set a budget in terms of how many leads that you want the system to send to you. So depending on the budget that you set, right? Same thing with Thumbtack. Thumbtack, you can do the same. You can go up there and create a profile and just make sure that you have all the elements filled out, all the blank spots filled out. And when people find you, when your potential client finds you, what they do is they'll send a private message out to you. Let's say they're looking for a pro within their area. They're looking for a life coach within their area. Your profile will be popping up for them as an option to choose as to hire as a pro. Now, depending on the budget limit that you set for yourself and for the system, it's going to send you a certain limit amount of leads. So let's say you have $100 is your budget. And so you set it to 100. And so throughout the day, right, the system will filter how many people are looking for life coaches every single minute. And if it matches your profile, then it's going to send that lead to you. Okay. And the system will charge you. So every time, if you set a limit, let's say $100, you get 3 leads per day. So they're going to send you 3 leads, and these are based on some of the keywords, right? Some of the filter that your potential client is using. Like maybe they want a woman coach, they don't want a man coach. Or maybe they want someone who experienced with a divorce. They don't want people who's so there's a lot of different filters that your potential clients would be using and setting. How the location, right? Maybe someone wants to work with another coach locally or who can meet in person. So there's a lot of different criteria and filter that people set up when they're doing the search. And so each time they send you a lead, the amount of dollars will get deducted from your profile. So let's say $100 will get you 3 leads. If you increase it to $200, you'll get 5 leads. And when you increase to $300, the system might send you 10 leads. Now, the concept, it's great, right? That means that if you were to invest $100 and your coaching package is, let's say, $2,000, right? Right off the bat, your return of investment is already good. By principle, by concept, it works great. It's great picture that you're spending $100, you're getting $2,000 worth of profit coming in. That would be an ideal world. Now, in the reality of how this happened is because there's also other coaches who have set their profile on here, and the system has a filter, right? Remember how I talked about it depends on what your potential client is searching for, right? And there's one pitfall to the system is that it doesn't filter your ideal client. So I can have 3 leads. 3 leads when I set up the budget of $100, and they are sending me 3 leads. But these 3 leads are anybody who's looking for a life coach. The word life coach is going to be very general, right? Everybody looking for a life coach. There's not a whole lot of guarantee in terms of the quality of the lead that come through you. So you can have 3 leads, but 0 clients. And that's very possible because at the end of the day, these three people who decided to message you, right? They take up the money, they take up the budgeting budget limit, and they send you a text, and that immediately tells the system you have a lead. Their goal is send you lead. Their goal is not to send you quarterly leads or someone who's committed. Their goal is just to send you lead, which is the system did just that. They send you lead. And so it's up to you to decide, is this someone I want to work with, or is this someone not I don't want to work with? And because the diversity of what the program encompass, like there's everybody who's going to be on that platform. So your budget, your money is kind of being used in such a way that it's a hit or miss. There's going to be quality leads that come through, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is my dream client. I would love to work with this person. And lo and behold, you sign that person up, and it's great that that person walk away with good result. There's also going to be leads that doesn't really, it's not ideal for you. You don't enjoy the coaching session. It feels like draining your energy. And I had experience in using that. Okay. When I first started, I used a Thumbtack, and that I gave it a couple of tries, and it was sending me lead. And this is why I'm here to talk to you about this, because the system works only to the point where it wants to work. Okay. It's sending you leads, and it's doing just that. So there's going to be a discrepancy in terms of the quality of the people that you're getting. And so you're spending $300 at the end of the month, but maybe you'll get one client out of this. Maybe. Okay. So that is the pretty much the return of the investment using these type of professional platform where they help you and generate leads. So you create a profile, you go on there, set a bit budget limit, and they'll send you the people, right? And then it's up to you to connect with that person and turn that person into a coaching client, provided that this is the clients that you want to work with. All right. So that being said, how can you make it if you do decide to invest it, right? If you do decide to, give it a shot and give it a try, then what I would recommend is really, really have a specific focus on who you want to work with. So when you set up your profile, you need to be very specific. You need to have that intention of, what are my criteria, who am I looking for, and what am I offering. Okay. And before they jump on the call or message me, what are some of the things that people need to know before they send me a chat or before they send me any request. Okay. The reason why I say that is the moment that they send you a chat, they're charging you. So if you don't have that front end all cleared out, if you don't have a clear message, if you're still like juggling, like who do I serve and with what, then I would highly recommend this is not something that you start. This is definitely not something that you start, because you're just throwing money away into the river, and you're not going to see it coming back. I've done it. I've used it. Totally sucked. Poor experience, which is why I'm here to tell you, think twice. Think twice about these platforms that help you generate the leads. Okay. Because they do send you leads, and don't get me wrong, they do a good job in sending you leads, but these leads are not, they tend to be not the type of clients that you want to work with. And these are the type of clients who probably not going to be able to afford you. And these are the type of clients who's probably not very committed. They'll just, they don't want to show up to the session, and you constantly have to feel like you're chasing them. Now, that being said, there's another type of lead generator services. These are companies that have people, and these are typically salespeople that they would help you getting onto those call selling calls. So those are the people who sit you down. So one session, okay, and this is also from my personal experience. I had people reach out to me on these early on when I was first life and mindset coaching. And so the way that they do this is that they have a team of people, and they would sit down with you and find out exactly who and what type of clients that you want to work with, so that they can help you sort out these criteria for those clients that you're looking to work with. And then they go to their database and they filter out all the people who fit in that criteria. They have a database that they were talking about, and they have a database and they can filter out, these are the people, those are the clients that you're looking for. And what they do is they jump on the sales call for you. Okay, so they go onto the sales call and they make the call calling and introduce you as the coach. So they're doing the cold selling for you. And so that by the time they send the client to you, are typically, this is what they claim. They said that these are the clients who are warm. These are warm leads coming to you who's interested in wanting to learn more about your service. And then you, as a coach, then you can hop on a call with them, do a discovery call. So essentially, you're using these people as your sales team. Okay, you're using them as sales team. So how much do they charge? That's what I wanted to know, right? So how much they charge? The one company who reached out to me, that their monthly fee is $5,000. So if you pay them $5,000, they'll help you to do the cold call. They'll call people up based on the criteria that you gave them, and they'll help you to filter the lead onto you or into your service. And what you do is you do the discovery call, because by the time they filter these leads in, they're saying that these people are warm. These are warm leads who want to hear and learn more about your service. So there are companies that does that, right? Lead generation, and then so basically their sales team, they do those sales calls for you. So that would be $5,000 per month. The last time I checked, when last time they spoke to me. Now again, when I asked, so how do you guarantee the quality of the people? Because they're gonna send people to you, right? They're going to send people to you, and but the guarantee is that there is no guarantee. It's up to you to close that sales, to close that call, to close that discovery call, and it's up to you to make it a positive turnaround, right? Positive return of investment. So their job is simply filter those people, identify who would be like more interested, these are the warm leads, and they'll send it to you. So it's up to you on that discovery call to turn that person into clients. And so when I asked them about the quality of the leads, because I don't want just jumping on a discovery call with everybody. What I wanted was to have people who's like committed already. They want my service, they're committed, they want to become my client, they're interested to hear more about my coaching package and all that stuff. I don't want to like have to walk someone through that process of, oh, I have to convince them in order to get clients. And so the quality was not guaranteed, and I that's going to cost me $5,000 a month. I was like, no, I don't think so. First of all, I don't have that kind of money to spend, like to spare per month, right? We're talking about per month. Um, and number two is, if you can't guarantee the quality of the leads that you're sending me, then that's not that doesn't do me any good, right? I want quality leads who are good, who I want to work with, and that would your service is not going to help me with that. So then why would I? So when I engage them, these are the information that I've gotten, and which is why I never use those lead generating services. I don't believe that they are effective in the way that you, as a coach, I don't believe it's a good strategy. Okay. If you're someone who's struggling with getting clients or attracting clients, then there's some foundational things that we need to look at. Do you have your own lead generation funnel? Right? How do you attract the people, and how do you retain them in your space so you can continue to nurture them throughout the whole journey. And this is something that I had talked about in the past. How do you walk someone through on that buyer's journey and continue to nurture them when they signed up with your getting your freebies, or when they signed up doing your workshop, right? How do you continue that relationship with them so that eventually, when the time is right, they can become your clients? So do you have a funnel system where that you allow yourself to continue to attract those leads into your space without these external services? And when you using these external services, it becomes very unreliable, right? Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But if you're really intentional about setting your foundation of how you attract your clients in, then you become your own lead generator, right? So you become your own lead generator, and you no longer need to rely on someone else's service. Oh, can you do a call calling for me? You're essentially, every time you put out a content, you're essentially doing that call calling, right? Someone who doesn't know you come across your post or come across your video, and that person start getting to know you, they like you, then keep following you. So you start to become your own lead generation machine, pretty much. You continue to attract all these endless of clients coming to your space. So there's going to be a couple of things that we need to look at: your foundation, right? How are you attracting them? How are you retaining them? How are you nurturing them in that process? You just keep people in your email, and you just don't, like, the last time they hear from you is like from a year ago. Then that's not a good way of generating that lead, right? So once you have a way of funneling people in, then you want to continue that way of nurturing and building relationship with them. So what is that system that you have? And if you don't have one, then we need to talk about how do you implement one, right? And one of the things that my heart really goes to is writing email. I love writing email. I love writing, and just little short inspirational emails, or just some little pieces of what happened yesterday that would bring people together. And the idea of nurturing that relationship is so that you can bring people, can feel that you're in their space, you're there to catch them where they need you, and you're there for them. So I love, personally, I have 100% big passion for email. So you really need to look at your foundation before you even think about using these services. These services are good way of um, filter if you wanted to give it a try, but I would not rely on them because it's eating away. It's like you're putting $100 in, they'll send you two leads, their mission is accomplished, but it's up to you to decide whether or not these two leads are actually good clients that you want to work with. And sometimes, like what Helen and also Julie has said in down below, they actually have filters, right? So by the time you get to them, they're already working with someone else. So you're fighting time, and also you're fighting against the quality of the lead that it's coming from these. So Bark, does it work? Yes and no. I don't think it's really a good place to start if you're looking to have more clients, or wanting to grow a higher paying clients. It's really not a place for, it's not a place to design for that, unless you have like a huge budget in your business already and you don't mind, throwing away some of the expenses like this. Then by all means, go ahead and create a profile. But I would not recommend the services to anyone who is starting out, or someone who is still struggling to get your message out and having a compelling message to share, or someone just starting to grow that business and haven't really reached to that stage yet, and you don't have the money to spare on this, then I will not start here. Even in the professional, like people who's making like 6 figures and 7 figure, I would not recommend using these. I would probably recommend to invest your money into doing Facebook ad, LinkedIn ad, that you probably get a better return than using these type of professional services. If you're in a different space and different professional, then probably. But as far as coaches, I don't see any values in them. And that's just my humble opinion. And that came from my personal experience. Take what you need, run with it or discard it, anything that you want to do with it. But these are the experiences that I had in growing my coaching business. I tried it, doesn't work, hated it, will not ever use it again. And this is why I'm teaching you a different way of attracting that coaching client. So I hope this had helped. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and scroll down and drop it into the comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on these lead generation. And I would also love to hear if you actually have somewhat a funnel system set up for yourself already. If not, we need to chat about it. All right. So scroll down to the comment. Let me know your thoughts, and I would love to hear from you. And I will see you on the next training session. Bye.